Welcome to the Mile High Scale Modeler channel. This is a series for kit reviews. I will go in depth on vintage kits that are no longer in circulation and current kits that you can find in current hobby stores and online. In this episode, I'll be taking you through an in-depth look at Revell's Hot Rod edition of Rick Dobberton's Radical J-2000 Pontiac Pro Street, kit number 7156. This is the Radical J 2000 model kit by Revell in 1/25th scale. As you can see, this kit has some wear and tear, as many of these kits may show. You can still find this kit on Facebook direct sale groups, Facebook static or live auction groups, and eBay. This kit can still be found factory sealed, but that's become a rarity now these days. The kit features a detailed tubular frame chassis and a twin-turbo, twin-blower engine. Please feel free to pause any part of this video as you need to look over the box, part trees, or decals. Here are some more box art photos of the model and some more information provided in a few different languages. Let's move on to the instruction manual. Most Revell kits, like this one, have information about the real vehicle that the kit is rendered after. The information about the real J2000 in this instruction manual does not disappoint. These are the original colors the kit called for. However, many builds I have seen of this kit utilize many more colors than the instruction manual states are needed. Here are steps 1 through 15 and 16 through 29. We'll go over these a little more in depth here in a minute. Here are steps 30 through 43 and where the decal should be placed on the body. Let's have a closer look at the steps for building Revell's Radical J2000. Here you'll see steps for the engine, firewall, and some parts for the interior. The roll cage in this model fits really well, as I've built this kit in the past. For a kit being released in 1987, it definitely had a lot of details with it. Building this kit is very similar to other Pro Street and Pro Stock kits that Revell has produced in the 90s and even the early 2000s. Here we see steps to finish up the engine compartment, wheelie bar, and even the rear end. Here's how to assemble the front wheels, rear wheels, and tires. For the body, the instructions are really straightforward on how to put it together, including inserting the clear and red glass on the body, as expected. Here's a closer look at how the decals should be placed on the body. Let's look at the decals. These decals are a bit yellowed. However, a few days in the sunlight should help clear that up. If not, I will use a number 11 X-Acto blade and cut very close to the decal to remove any necessary clear film that would be yellowed in this instance. A few NOS decals on the license plate finish up this decal sheet. This kit comes with a single red clear tree for the rear taillight bar. A little silver paint on the body before gluing the red taillight bar will help this model pop. The clear parts tree is very clean for its age. Typically I find tire marks on these trees from the tires melting onto the clear plastic due to weather and how the kits are stored. There are some small specks in the windshield and the rear window, but sanding from 1500 to 3000 and Novus 3, 2, and 1 will clean that up. Then dip this tree in future to keep the parts crystal clear, giving you that show quality reflection for simulated glass. My favorite part of this kit is the body. Well, my favorite part of building model kits is the body. This body is a two-piece, as you will see here in a few seconds. Molded in yellow, there are mold lines that will need to be removed, especially the ones visible behind the rear side windows right before the trunk lid. Overall, a very clean body compared to many other kits out there. Very cool how the front can be separated from the body and the detail along the engine bay. The body overall is very clean, which I wasn't expecting. There is some flash that was found, but not much. Here's one of the parts trees molded in yellow. Here's the firewall, the chassis, which looks similar to the Beretta, two bucket seats, wheel backs, and some engine parts, including the manifold. Here's a back side of it all so you can see both sides as to how these are molded. The oil pan, manifold, and heads are well detailed, including the other parts you see here on this tree. Here's a tree with the engine parts, a rear end, and some interior parts. The shocks look very well detailed, including the front strut. The one thing I do not like is the engine and the drive shaft actually being molded as one piece. Here's one tree that has some interior parts and some parts of the body. Here's the second part of the tree, where you can see other parts of the body, interior, roll cage, and hood. This hood is really cool. Here's the chrome parts tree. This is definitely my favorite part, seeing the wheels, wheelie bar, the valve covers, and the parts that actually make up the turbo. Fire extinguisher as well. Here's the second chrome tree. As you can see, the grille for the Pro Street is really well detailed. You'll also see other parts here in chrome, including a huge cluster of gauges that will sit inside the cockpit of the vehicle. Here are the rear tires for the Pro Street. Firestone brand tires. The tires are not too soft, nor they're too hard. Phenomenal tread, as you can see here. The front tires, Moroso brand, are as you would see in any other kit. Now the fun part is putting all these kit sprues back in the box one at a time. We'll start with the sprue that had the chassis on it. Next is a sprue with the hood and some interior parts and roll cage. Next is one of the interiors for the sides, along with some parts for the body. The sprue with the engine. Chrome sprue with the cluster. Another chrome sprue with the rest of the wheels, wheelie bar, the body, and the front end. Here are your 4 tires. I'll just stick them right here. Here's your red clear tree. Here's your clear tree. Here are your decals. And here's the instruction manual. This was a kit review of Revell's Hot Rod, Rick Dauberton's Radical J-2000 Pontiac Pro Street. This kit review is to help show you what came in the box so you can determine if the prices you see out there are worth it. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment below if you've built this kit and what issues you had when building it.